Is when you're in a game type atmosphere and there's nobody up top that can feed you the information, you kind of got to wait till you look at the film, you know what I'm saying? Whereas in practice, you're standing right behind them, you know exactly what's going on. Or in a regular game, you got two sets of eyes in the press box doing nothing but watching the offensive line. So you can, but I felt like as the scrimmage went along, we began to pick it up a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. And you know, we're still a little bit too much feed off the emotion as a football team. You know, sometimes you just got to strap it up and grind it, you know, but as things became a little more productive, we as a group became a little more energized and played with a little more enthusiasm, and I thought did a better job of finishing.
Some of that come from the behind center?
Well, yeah, we're youthful back there, and there's no question about that. We're youthful back there, but once those two kids, you know, once they got rolling a little bit, you know, their enthusiasm got up, so everybody's enthusiasm got up. And, you know, every team has scholarships. You know, you're not, every play, no matter how hard you try, is not going to be perfect. What you have to be able to do is you have to be able to recenter yourself. No matter if it was a huge play of success or a huge play negatively, you got to recenter yourself and come back and be able to be ready to go to the next play. And we're closer to being where I would like for us to be. But, you know, we still got some work to do, and we're going to continue to push.
Bill, was there any particular reason Eddie didn't take any reps today?
We ended up cutting. We had Eddie scripted at the end for a couple series, but we ended up cutting the scrimmage, and so unfortunately that was his series. You know, but you know, right now at the end of the day, it's the guys that are producing the best are the guys that are going to get reps. I mean, I might like you better than I do Doug, but if Doug plays better, then he's playing and you're standing over by me. And,
well, I know you like me better than Doug.
So, you know, and Eddie's a great kid and he's working extremely hard, and but he just hasn't been progressing as well as the other kids have, and so the other kids are getting more reps, and every day that goes by, that number's got to whittle down. I mean, we can't play 4 quarterbacks in a game. We can't get 4 quarterbacks ready for a game. It's got to drop down from 4 to 3 to 2, and you know, we're getting closer to being where we need to be.
Did you see Cato's chest pump coming, or were you taken aback by it? We started approaching you. What were you thinking?
First off, I was afraid I was going to hurt him, so I told him we better do a butt bump because at least he has there'd be less damage there than it would be to his chest. I didn't want to mess with his arm, at least for right now. But no, I like the passion that kid brings to the field. We've got a number of kids like him. You know, the fact is that because he's new, it stands out a little bit more. You know, and but we're starting to play with some energy. We're starting to play with some enthusiasm. We're forgetting about what day of the week it is. And if you're going to be a good football team, guys, you got to love what you're doing every single day. Even on the dog days of two-a-days when, you know, and today wasn't even that hot, you know, but you got to love what you're doing. You got to enjoy it. You got to go out. You got to have some passion about what you're doing, because that's the only way you're ever going to be successful.
Does it worry you about harnessing a kid's emotion? I know you want them sort of even-keeled, but do you sort of worry that you might take away a kid's edge whenever you try and harness his emotion when he's that young?
I'm not going to harness his emotion at all. I'm not going to try to. As long as whatever emotion he lets out on play 1, he's back in tune on play 2. And that's the end of the day. That's what's got to happen. Hey, scream, yell, shout, jump, get mad, get excited, depending on the outcome of the play, but refocus. That's the way you got to play, and I'm okay with that. I am completely okay with that.
And he apparently refocused after the one pick he did throw.
Yeah, he rushed his read. He went backside way too early. And if he'd have stayed front side and gave that backside and the allotted amount of time, okay, first off, the front side may have been open. Secondly, the backside would have had time to maneuver and work the route that needed to be worked. And it just got rushed. A young guy mistake. He'll learn from it. That's the great thing about him, is he made that mistake today. I guarantee you he'll watch it on film, he'll grind it, and he'll learn from it. And I'd be shocked if I see that same mistake again.
Was his best read the one that Booker ended up dropping on that little slant when they brought the house?
You know, he had a lot of pretty good reads today, to be honest with you. I mean, he did some really good things. AJ did some really good things. Even Fronapple did some good things. But you know, there was a lot of positive things out there. I thought Cato had a lot of a really, really good scrimmage.